Time for a look at your West Tennessee forecast with meteorologist Brian Davis.
Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Special weather edition that we're going to be doing here because we got 3 days that we're going to have to deal with at least some risk of severe weather coming up Monday through Wednesday. And also, we want to say thank you to everyone that was on with us for the severe weather updates over the weekend. Unfortunately, it looks like that risk is going to be coming back some, but we'll be here just like we did there. We'll be with you through the entire event. And let's go ahead and get right into it. It's looking a little bit eventful for us, but we'll start off with our current conditions. If you were out earlier this evening, you know it was very pleasant out there. Currently, it's a little bit on the chillier side, though. We're at 57 in Memphis with that little breeze at about 5 miles per hour out of the southwest. 48 now in Trenton. So fall is still here, friends. Make no mistake about that as far as the weather goes. 3 mile per hour winds, and we've got 48 degrees right now in the Jackson area. Temperatures around the area, we got 48 right now in Union City, 46, pretty chilly going on there now at Camden and Huntington. Troy coming in at 50, Dyersburg 52, Alamo at 50. We've got 50 in Bolivar, 54 in Covington, 55 now in Savannah. Winds are coming out of the west, kind of flowing in around a high pressure area just off to the south of us. That has kind of held that frontal boundary that came through over the weekend just off to the south of us, but that's going to be breaking down, and we're going to start to see that frontal boundary lifting back northward some. Winds will be picking up aloft. We could see a few severe thunderstorms pushing up into the southern portions of West Tennessee. We're going to look at this locally here in a moment, but mainly going to be a few scattered storms as we head through the afternoon and evening of tomorrow. Let's take a look at some of our severe risk as we go through this week. Tonight, we're good to go. Monday, we start to see that risk coming back mainly off to the south, but that will put half of our area into the 1 out of 5 risk. As we head into Tuesday, it's going to be northwest Tennessee we'll be concerned about. And then on Wednesday, we've got a long range outlook, 15% right now for severe weather. And on the local level, here's what it looks like tomorrow. This is mainly going to be severe storms possible, low wind threat. You can see level 1 out of 5. It's going to include areas along just south of I-40 here in West Tennessee. We'll look at futurecast. It's mainly along in the afternoon and evening hours. Let's look at Tuesday. We've got that frontal boundary lifts further to the north. It's kind of up north of us, some storms riding along through there. And we'll have that 2 out of 5 to the northwest. We'll once again see that 1 out of a 5. This will mainly be over northwest and central portions. And the main threat is going to be for some severe storms. And as we take a look at Wednesday, it's mainly right now looks like a severe storms, wind, and some hail threat in the long range, but that may change. We could see tornado probability be added in there as the confidence builds in this forecast getting closer to it. Let's take a look at radar. All is quiet right now. It's been a beautiful evening out there, hardly a cloud anywhere. And as we look south, no storms there. We'll kind of pan out, look at all of West Tennessee here, no problems. Nice and dry, temperatures in the 40s to the north, to the 50s to the central and the southern sections, and no storms immediately around us right now. So just a nice night it's going to be. And the first half of tomorrow looks good too. I don't see any problems there either. But we will start to see some storms popping up during the afternoon and evening hours. Here's a look at Futurecast taking us on into Monday morning. Here we are about close to noon. There you see a few storms around 2 o'clock, mainly along and south of I-40, north of I-40 by about 3 to 5 o'clock, and a few ongoing spotty storms near the Tennessee River on into the late night hours. All right, that takes us on into Tuesday. Let's take a look at this. Mainly going to be over to the northwestern portions, north of I-40. We'll be watching there again through the afternoon, evening hours. Wednesday, we got to watch out early parts of the afternoon through the early nighttime hours. So got about 3 rounds there. That front kind of lifts northward, gets just far enough north to bring a few storms to the southern areas of our viewing area tomorrow. And then it'll be far enough north. We'll still have some storms there over northwest Tennessee. And then it gets shoved back through with a more powerful air mass that's coming in on Wednesday. And so that's going to be responsible for about 3 waves of potential low-end severe weather as it looks now. Now, by far, Wednesday, even though it's in the long-range outlook, it still looks much more powerful. That frontal boundary is going to be on the move. There's going to be a lot of gustier, higher winds in the mid-levels. That one, if it pans out, could wind up being a little bit worse than what we had this weekend. Overnight tonight, though, mostly clear skies, and it's going to be a beautiful start in the morning. And again, I don't want you to worry too much about Monday afternoon. Just check in with us, be weather aware. If you're south of I-40, that's going to be the higher risk. But again, that's on the low end. We'll be here with any, updates needed. And so there you are to look tomorrow at the bus stop. My daughter was asking me, hey, what is it going to be cold? Yeah, I would wear, if you're going to do a short sleeve shirt, put a jacket with it in the morning. But by the afternoon, a few storms start to roll in about the time school lets out, but it'll be warm and humid. And so you'll be about 75. You'll be able to take that jacket off. If you wear long sleeves, you can probably get away with that, but it'll feel kind of warm and kind of hot and muggy there in the afternoon if you got long sleeves on. So think about that. But here's a look at our 7-day forecast, looking at 70, as high as 76 tomorrow. Again, most of the pop-up thunderstorms south of I-40 in the afternoon, evening hours. Low of 63 tomorrow night, 81, right back up to around the 80-degree mark on Tuesday. Thunderstorms possible to likely around 60% there on Tuesday, mainly north of I-40. 81, 65 for the low, 76 on Wednesday. And again, Wednesday could be our largest severe threat. We'll begin to kind of narrow in the areas under more of the risk and what those involve coming up tomorrow. Will be a high of 76, low of 45, a little bit chillier there for Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday, by the way, only going to be a high in the upper 50s, and then back to a very pleasant start to the weekend. Friday looks beautiful. Highs up to around 70, almost picture perfect. Saturday looks good as well, up to 74. And Sunday, for right now, looks like it's going to be dry. So hopefully, and the way it looks now, next weekend is going to pan out much, much better. We'll get the severe weather out of here by late Wednesday, and then the rest of the week looks nice and quiet. All right, guys, have a great rest of your night, and we'll have more updates tomorrow, and we'll be live as needed for those storms Monday afternoon. Take care.
We are West Tennessee Weather Channel.